Well, hi everyone, and welcome to the September Energy Report. September is going to be a pretty tight month. So when I tuned in, and I tune in with my body, feeling sensation, what I felt was it was very difficult to do this reading for this month. It felt tight, constricted. At first it was okay. I kind of tuned in. I thought, okay, I'm not feeling anything. And then all of a sudden, I felt this intense, like a straitjacket kind of energy come around me, tighten up, and I felt a sense of suffocation and tightness. Yeah, I couldn't move. And it felt like this for the whole reading. Like I couldn't break through to get a really clear reading. And the words that I got for this month are oppression, control, and moratorium. Those are the three words. I did get another word initially, but then I totally forgot it. But all along the same theme. I also pulled a card from the Hebrew alphabet, a number from the Hebrew alphabet, for those of you out there who work with soul contract numbers. And I got the energy of the 6 and the upside down. So the energy of 6 also, and this is what I was feeling, it's a sense of tightness, a sense of, in the shadow aspect, a sense of wanting to be in control, and it has to do with our use of power. When the 6 is feeling out of control, it uses forces of power, or in the repressive way, it could be very like kind of submissive. But anyway, this is kind of the theme, the overall theme of September is you're going to feel this kind of oppressive, controlling, more anger is going to come up. I feel like we haven't seen anything yet in regards to the protest or the rioting. I think more anger is going to rise up. We're going to feel an even further sense of separation between peoples, between races. And I know that perhaps the feeling is that these protests were bringing people together, but it seems like my cat just jumped into the Chewy box. So if you can hear scratching, it's only my kitty cat. They're having some fun. Anyway, but I think as the protests and these riots have gone along, I'm feeling a sense that it's creating more divisiveness between the races. So it's kind of going the opposite direction. And I think in September, those things are really going to heat up. Yeah. So when I drew for the hexagram / gene key for the month, I wasn't surprised what I got because it fits perfectly to the energy that I felt or am feeling. The hexagram gene key that I got is hexagram 21. And this is all about our use of power and force and control over situations, over others. And this gene key is associated with the lungs. So no surprise, I was feeling this sense of suffocation, like I couldn't move. I've got to look at my notes here. This gene key talks about the line that came with this hexagram / gene key. It's associated or talking about the one whose feet are fastened in his socks. And it means that what we're going to witness is even more use of power, even physical force to control others. And this hexagram says that all such force violates the intrinsic space of others, and the cosmos will intervene and put a halt to it. So what I was feeling when I was reading this is that perhaps the riots and some, social issues will get out of control, get even worse, and either the universe, perhaps through the government, will issue a moratorium. Somehow there's going to be a call out to say enough is enough. Like, we have to put a halt on these riots. We've got to stop it some way. And it may be force being used, which the universe, I don't know how this is going to play out, but something's going to come to a halt, because that's exactly what I felt, a constriction, a halt of something. So we'll see. So that's, is it the government using more oppressive, controlling ways to stop what's going on? I do not know. Just offering the energies that I felt. Let's see, what else? Or even the cosmos will put a stop to it. And maybe, and that's good, because these riots and all this violence has got to stop, because it's just escalating even more. So let me see here. Psychically, when I tuned in, and I'm sorry, I'm a little low energy. This is how this energy report has been for me, like very difficult and tight, not flowing whatsoever. So I've just got to go with whatever flow I got right now. As far as any psychic or intuitive hits regarding Trump, well, I see him starting off the week, maybe the first couple of days, on a good note. Perhaps it's a high from the RNC. And then once again, I always see him doing a speech and then something falling on his head. This week I saw a pie falling down. And when this month, I also did short oracle sessions with the sage to kind of glean a little bit more information. And it turns out, it looks like mid-month, second to third week, that Trump may be facing some strong legal issues regarding his taxes. And then by the end of the month, something loosens up and everything's okay. I don't know, but he's going to have a little trouble mid-month of September. And I do think that he's going to really yield or try to use his power really strongly this month. So watch for that. Let me see. When I checked in about the Dems, I asked if they were going to have their own set of trouble this month. And I got a very simple yes. We wouldn't call it trouble, but what they're going to do in response to this controlling effort, whatever is going on out there, is they're going to take the repressive nature, which is so typical, is they're going to do nothing. They're going to do it by lack of no action. So this is typical. So this is going to come up once again for the Dems, that you're not going to see them taking any kind of action. And I guess, really they're not in power, so they can't really. But anyway, you're not going to hear a lot from them, which is typical. I also checked in, September will bring excessive rains and floods to the normal areas, just what we saw recently, mid, south, east, west. And I'm sorry, this, obviously this collective reading energy report is focused on the US. I apologize for that, but I don't think I have an international community yet. And the West is going to stay bone dry. Now, I also kind of did another intuitive check in a different way. I was looking at a calendar and I went week by week, and this is all for fun. And so the first week, when I first checked in, I got the image of blood dripping, like down on Wednesday, in the middle of the week. And when I went deeper, I saw that it was what appeared to be a suicide of a long blonde-haired woman, a young woman, maybe mid-30s, 40s, felt like socialite, And when I dug further, it appears that it's a murder appearing to look like a suicide. But when I checked into perhaps to see if it was somebody that we would know readily, I got a no. So I don't know why I was being shown this, but this will be interesting to see if something comes up in the news about somebody, I don't know, the death of a well-known, perhaps, blonde-haired woman. I don't know, we'll see. This is all for fun. The second week, and I love these images are so out there. I don't even know what to say about them, but perhaps you can read something into them. The second week, I saw the entire week filled with horse manure. So the whole week was full of horse shit. And maybe that's, maybe that's the feeling that we get. And when I dug a little further, I said, please show me more detail. Then I got like what I saw, what felt to me like the Wells Fargo carriage wagon wheel just racing across the week. I have no idea what this metaphor is about. Perhaps it's just saying that it's going to be like the Wild West. A lot of horse shit going on. I have no idea. So we'll see. What else did I see? The third week, and this is even funnier, I saw, you know how dogs and cats or animals will scooch across the floor to clean their bottom, take the poop off? That's exactly what I saw. I saw a cat scooching across the floor, across the week, trying to get the shit off, probably from the previous week. Once again, I have no idea who this is about, what it's about, but it's kind of funny, and I thought I would share. And then the final week of September, I just kind of saw flowers. So maybe we'll get some reprieve. Anyway, maybe this month is going to be full of horse shit. And it's trying to scrape off the shit. I have no idea. Anyway, let me put this on pause and see what else I have. I have my notes here, and they're awfully messy. Okay, I did forget something. I did want to read something to you from the Gene Keys book, and it's all about this issue of control and how this might relate to the government, and maybe what this whole month is going to be a trigger for changing something. I don't know. So it says here, the issue of control is the issue of patriarchy. Why don't we know that? Patriarchal forms of government are the bedrock of our society, from politics to education to business. Most of those who are in control are only interested in power and money, and those who are not interested in power or money are generally too submissive to take any action. We know who those are. Apart from a few valiant individuals with true vision, the positions of true power on our planet are filled by those following their personal agendas. The 21st shadow makes it seem as though you simply cannot defeat the patriarchal system. So most people's true vision for a better world are choked before they are given a chance. And I really feel like when I read that, I thought that is exactly what I felt like this month might feel like for many of us. This kind of, everything's out of control. We can't defeat this oppressive, repressive government, patriarchal system. And like, we may lose a little bit of hope. But at the end of the month, I think things begin to change, okay? So if I had to sum up a theme for this month, I would say it's to, make this your mantra this month. I let go of the desire to change or manage anything in my life or in my environment. I let go of the desire to change anything in my life, however you want to say it. To let go of trying to control anything. And if you find yourself wanting to control, like, I've got to manage this, I've got to manage that, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, look underneath and see, because all that type of controlling behavior, managing, doing, blah, 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 is all about a little fear or a big fear. So look to see if you can see where that fear is lying. Is it that you simply don't trust that the universe has your best interest? Well, it does. So we can give up our control of everything. Let it all play out and just trust that the universe absolutely and always has yours and our best interest at heart. So that's the theme of this month: control or letting go and let God. Okay. Until next time.